Because sometimes the warrior needs to be tested. Sometimes the warrior has to fight to test his mantle. Sometimes you have to go through and walk out the training that God has been training you in. Will you overcome? Will you persevere? Will you endure? We talked about that not long ago, didn't we? But sometimes the hedge has to drop. And I almost visualize it this way. Have you ever seen the Colosseums? And what people would have to go through, gladiators, even Christians had to go in the Colosseum. Well, they had these big iron doors. And you never knew what was going to be behind the door. It could be a man standing there with a big sword or a big axe. It could be several dudes come running in there, armored up, ready to kill you. Or it could be lions. It could be tigers or bears or whatever wild animal they found. It could be a number of things. It could be chariots come riding out there with guys with arrows. You didn't know what you were going to face in the Colosseum. But the thing is when the gates drop or the hedge of protection drops, you got God in the ring with you. You got God in your midst. It is not you by yourself, although we feel that way sometimes. He's standing right there. And I believe that He will protect us, even in the midst of battle. Amen? That protection is going to be there. And if for some reason the shield wall lowers and you're having to face the battle, just like somebody in the Colosseum and some lions come running out and you got to battle them off, it was for your good somehow, or those around you. Maybe one of the spectators in the crowd says, man, that was somebody who wanted to serve God. There was a story that I heard not long ago. There was 3 men in a Colosseum, 3 Christians. One was an old man, one was like a man in his 40s, and another one was like a younger man, maybe even a kid. And all of them were given the opportunity to renounce their faith, turn their back on Jesus, and we will let you out of this Colosseum and you will not have to die. And not a single one of them, from the oldest to the youngest, renounced their faith. And every one of them was killed. But there were people watching. And there were people who were saved in the crowd because of that. Because those men were not, they didn't care about their own lives. They were willing to die for Jesus. They didn't care. They were okay with that scenario because they knew that their Jesus was more important than their own lives. And because of that much faith, people were saved. We have to go back to that thought in our mind. Anytime you're faced with anything, anytime the doubts start to arise, anytime the whys start kicking in, why? That's why. That needs to be your answer. Your answer needs to be, your grace is sufficient. Why doesn't God heal me? Like Paul begged 3 times, take this away from me. And we know what that was, truly. A messenger of Satan sent there to attack him. Take it away, God. But he was attacking him in his flesh, much like he did Job. Take it away. 3rd time, take it away. God says, my grace is sufficient for you. Same with us. Take it away, God. His answer is no. Realize that it's because His grace is sufficient for you. And whatever you're having to go through is for a reason and just for a season. Amen? It is for a reason, but it is also just for a season. Because as we know, to the end of what happens with Job, he wasn't attacked eternally. No, he had an end to his suffering, and God blessed him with 2 times what he started out with. God might have a blessing waiting for you too. Be patient and endure to the end, and blessing comes. Reward comes. Is it worth it? I think so.